Right. So what were we talking about? COD Ghosts?
Oh, so let's
We
go
were
and get Woody.
talking.
I want to hear Woody's disagreements with it.
All right. As far as I can tell, there's two maps. There's the brown rubble one and the gray rubble one.
I like
That's,
Brown Rubble.
You like the brown rubble one?
Yeah.
All right. So that's a frustration that I
Am I
have.
right, Bash?
You are right. You are right.
The
Two
maps are
The
big.
brown Rebel's a better one.
All right. So the maps are really big, but they play kind of small. Like they just spawn everybody right on top of each other all the time. But if you're like, I play Blitz a lot, and I feel like it's like part first person shooter and part hiking simulator. So you just run and climb walls and run and it's frustrating for me because I want to sprint and cap flags and do my thing, but I feel like I'm always like literally a 4-minute run from where I aspire to be, and I'm just trolling for deaths all the time. My KD is 1. My win-loss is like 5 because
It's better than 1.
I play the fucking objective, and yeah, I don't know. Like I feel like my channel historically, I have liked every Call of Duty game more than the one before it since like Modern Warfare 2, and this is my first time, and I've also noticed this. A lot of other players are saying the same thing. People who have a vested interest in Call of Duty being successful, like Call of Duty commentators, competitive players, pro players, all people who want this to be like a big year for COD, are saying that they don't like it.
Can I put a counterpoint out there?
Yeah.
I hated this game when I first played it.
Mm-hmm.
And like I noticed you're around level 30 right now.
It might be even
Like-
lower than that, but yeah, I have less time in it than you. Is
Yeah.
where you're headed, right?
No. I'm only like level 54.
Okay, yeah,
Right
I still
at
have
the
less than you.
point. But I hated the game from level 1 to about level 22. Just tested it, hated it, and then I kind of started learning it. I started adapting to playing Ghost the way they want me to play Ghost,
Mm-hmm.
and I started to enjoy it. I started using like the thermal sight and started using like the IEDs. I started, working on the kill streaks that pounded off of each other, and I started learning patterns that people did in the maps themselves, and I started excelling at it.
I can't wait to get to that stage. I will. I put a lot of time into CODs every year. Right now, gosh, it's frustrating.
I'm just saying, I understand where you're coming from.
It wasn't until last night that I started enjoying it. So the first 3 days, I think, maybe I played this thing, and every time I would stop playing, I would be doing something else, and I would think to myself, do I want to go back and play Call of Duty? No, not really. But now, I would love to be playing right now. Like, if we weren't doing this, that's what I'd be doing. And it's growing on me. And I think it's because at first I took a huge misstep. I feel like I stepped out of the bus and like went right into like a fucking mud puddle or something, the way that I spent all my points, and just I wasted like the first 25 points were just wasted, just completely spent on bullshit. I didn't understand the unlocks. I didn't understand the different soldiers, the characters, the different packages. But I think I got my head wrapped around it now, and I really like it.
Yeah, because each soldier, they want you to be a different class. Like, say you start your first soldier and say his name's Bash. All right, this is my Bash character. I want him to be like a shotgun guy. So you're supposed to play that character almost strictly with like the shotgun, close in your face kind of stuff. So you buy the shotguns, you buy like the stuff that helps you with the shotguns. And it's like, say you get tired playing a shotgun, so you buy you a new character. Say that this one's named Maynard or something. All right, Maynard's going to be my sniper. And you're supposed to be able to switch in between them from class, like this is your sniper, blah, 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 blah. After you get all 10 of them done, that's your prestige.
So wait, do each of them have their own
Sort of
individual creative classes?
So when you buy another character, you get to decide whether that character is a sniper, a heavy gunner, an assault gunner, or an assault or a submachine gunner. And based on that loadout, you're given an entirely different group of perks, attachments, and weapons. So you're given basically sniper shit. So you spend 2 COD points and you get an entire new setup. That's the key. That's the key to enjoying.
Oh,
this.
instead of trying to turn your base character into a jack of all trades, sniper,
Exactly.
shotgun.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot. I did not know that.
That's what
I didn't know that
no
either.
one did. It took a minute to figure it out. I watched Woody's video, and then I talked to Wings, and I played the game some, and I had to piece it all together from
The
there.
squad points video?
Yes.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was a good video.
Very helpful video. If any of you are confused, Woody's squad point video is the
I'm gonna tell you something about squad points. Once you get past level 43, they give them to you like they're candy.
And you know, also things like completing the intel mission. What are they called? The blue suit.
Field ops.
The field ops.
Field operations. Yeah, that's an interesting new thing in the game. It makes the game more arcadey, and I like that.
Yeah, see, I've been having a lot of fun because before the game came out, I was deciding whether I was actually going to get it, and now that it's out, I've gotten it, and I'm just streaming it, and not playing it to be the best. I'm not playing it to win every game. I'm not playing it to dominate every person in every single game, and you can call it, I guess, then at that point a mindless shooter, let's say, and at that point the game becomes acceptable. The game does well for me. Like I enjoy playing it when it's in that context. If I go to it and I'm like, okay, I want a 75 kill game, right? And then I try to do that, and I try to be the best. Then I'm going to start seeing all the flaws, real or just made up in my head, and I'm going to get angry with it, and then say, this game sucks, this sucks, that sucks. The only thing I don't like is, like you said, Woody, the maps are huge, and I think that the map size sometimes outpaces the draw distance of the hardware. Like the ability. Like
don't get me wrong. The
game's
game's riddled with flaws. There's tons and tons. I could go on about what's wrong with this game all night.
There are too many. So Arcaden, you guys remember Arcaden from Modern Warfare 3? It's the one with the. If you're watching this and you don't know it, it has a mall and like an escalator in the middle and a hot dog shot at the bottom. The traffic pattern on that map was just total chaos. It was everywhere, everyone from every direction. I feel like that map is every Ghosts map. Every Ghost map is just everyone comes from every side at you. It's hard to travel that map when you have 8 corners to check all the time.
Very true.
I'd like to point out some real flaws that Ghosts have that I've noticed. One, I feel like the SC-10, I feel like they got lazy. That's the gun you pick up and the guy goes plop, looks and sees, checks the magazine, and puts it back in. That's the only gun it does it for. And to me, that means like they experimented with that idea and then they decided to drop it. Another thing is the Chem Strike. The Chem Strike only changes one map.
Really?
And that's terrible. And it's terrible when it changes it, by the way. That's the worst map.
It changes Strikeout, and that's it. It won't change any other map.
It just converts it into every other map. It makes it a gray map with rubble.
Yeah, it makes it horrible.
Are you talking about that orange stuff?
Yeah. It turns into like an orange.
Yeah, every other map just gives that orange sky look to it, and there might be a tank on fire, but it only changes one map. And I was promised when this game was released that every map would be different with the Chem Strike.
Dude, they talked about the interactive map so many times, like they've surpassed.
Hey, there's that one map where you can tip over those logs. Damn it! Okay, that's freaking cool.
The logs go 2 feet.
They go 2 feet, and it's in a corner of the map. But so what? It's cool. Damn it! When
you can make the train move. You made the train car.
How about the train move on C? Just like. Okay, that did fuck all.
No, all right. Timeout. So
and you can shoot the ladders, and the ladders drop.
Couldn't it be that the reason we're seeing that all this is so crappy is because it's going to be for the Xbox One? These are Xbox One features?
It could be.
I don't know.
The reason it's so crappy is that the 360 and PS3 held it back. Right? I'll buy that. I'll buy that they had great ambitions, but because it had to run on both generations of consoles, that they can't take it as far as they wanted to. But just the same, I'm not measuring them on what they wanted to do. I'm measuring them on what they did. And what they did is move a log 2 feet.
What about them copying, like, animations from previous COD games? Y'all seen that video?
That doesn't bother me in the slightest.
That bothers me.
Really?
That's cheesy, man. Come on. Like,
yeah, you wouldn't want to see that like a Lion King or something. You wouldn't want to see some fucking Lion King characters in Beauty and the Beast.
Notice in other levels, like the Remington R5 has the same reload as the CM901 from Modern Warfare 3.
Dude, the fact that they reused like 6 seconds of mocap, like it's such a tiny. I feel like the people who are making a big deal out of that enjoy complaining about games like it's a hobby. Like, oh yes, can you believe they did the mocap? There's 6 seconds of reused footage. Whatever, like that. My problems with Ghosts are real playability issues. You know, like I feel like the aesthetics are terrible, and that matters in a video game. I feel like the maps are gigantic, and I've been playing so much Blitzed that I wish the maps were all smaller. You know, and then what was the other? Oh, the networking code. And I remember Black Ops 2 had really bad networking code when it first came out, and then somewhere in the middle of its life cycle, it got better for me personally. I'm hoping that happens with Ghosts too, because right now it feels like it takes 5 bullets to kill and 1 bullet to die.
My opinion.
Especially if you're trying to kill a dog.
My opinion. Worst single player campaign of the Call of Duties.
Really? Because I generally I haven't played it yet, so I'll believe you. It sounds like you have, but I generally think Infinity Ward does great single player campaigns.
I sat and watched Jeremy play a bit of it on PlayStation tonight, and Wings, am I wrong? But doesn't the PlayStation version look shittier than the Xbox version by far?
It's hard to tell because your TV does not do games well.
Maybe that's
this
true.
Is the giant TV?
Yeah.
Yes.
Kyle's giant TV.
Is
it 70 inches?
72. But
And you're trying to play COD Ghosts on that.
but it's got a game mode, and the refresh rate is just fine. So it's really fun to play it that way, but it looked really washed out. And
it was really washed out.
It gives everything an interesting look, doesn't it? Like everything looks a little sharper or something.
It has something. I read explain it to me like I'm 5 on Reddit the other day, all about this, and I still can't comprehend exactly what it's doing. It's something about the I don't know, the hertz or something. It's something with the frequency. I don't remember.
It's the hertz. That's what it is. It's the
Hurts.
That's what's changing
His
it.
TV is in pain.
Woody,
It's changing the frame rate. That's what it's doing. It's changing the frame rate in some way, and you're getting that effect like you get from soap operas and stuff, because they also run like lots of frames.
Woody, does this game look? What's the name for the visual effect where you're trying to draw a straight line, and to do that you draw a series of smaller straight lines, or you're trying to draw a line at an angle, right? And to do that, you draw a series of other lines that are just offset as you try to draw the line. Does that make any sense?
Yeah. Are you going for the jagged edges thing?
Yeah. Is there a lot more of that in Ghosts than previous Call of Duties?
Lots and lots and lots. And okay, let me take a step back. I think there is. I walked into this game and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, is it just me, or are the texture packs really bad compared to previous CODs? And of course, the colors, it's like the 20th time I mentioned. I'm trying to back off of that. But the other side of it is this. I've been playing a bunch of Battlefield 4 on a PC. I've been playing a bunch of even Minecraft on a PC. I don't want to be some PC master race kind of guy, but it could be that because I've been doing so much PC gaming, when I step back into what I'll call old gen consoles, the ones that are out for the next 2 weeks, that maybe I'm grading it harshly because I've been PC gaming.
So does the game maybe have some issues on PC?
I've heard it's awful on PC.
Oh my goodness. I haven't played it on PC.
Could you need a minimum of 6 fucking gigs of RAM to even get started?
Yes. Yeah, it has a 6 gig min to run it. Apparently it takes like an incredible graphics card, and even then it looks dreadful.
Someone wrote that they had dual Titans, and it was sluggish. And I was like, well, what do they want? What do they want from you?
Do you guys remember Total Biscuit? We had him on PKA once or twice.
Yeah.
I like him, by the way.
The cynical Brit.
I had it. I watched. He did like an 18-minute video on COD Ghosts reviewing the PC version, and he couldn't find any positives. 18 minutes long. 18 minutes long. It was, and his points were all solid, backed up by video evidence, and it just, the PC version was bad. It's bad.
I'm glad I didn't buy it. It's a 60 gig download too.
Yeah, is that a big?
What did you say? 60?
60 gigabytes, I think, on Steam. If you buy it on Steam, it's a 60 gigabyte download.
60 gigs? Oh my
How big
goodness.
is Battlefield 4?
Battlefield 4 is actually. Let me check. I can check it in my PC right now.
I would like to address a link here. Like this is with the low res. I feel like this game was built for the next gen consoles, but downgraded for the ones we're playing now. So I feel like we're playing the dumbed down version of the game. Like the maps are supposed to be 9v9. That's why they're so big. And like the resolution does look like it's just degraded so it would fit there on the current generation consoles. So if you look at the screen cap I just linked to you, like it looks great on the new consoles.
For me, the Xbox One version's getting all pixelated. I don't think
It's the same thing for me, but they're about the same.
No, I don't think you're seeing what I'm seeing. The Xbox One looks like a Doom from the 80s.
Yeah. Xbox One is like violently terrible.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
just
that
look at the
looks
PS4 one. But that's what it's
The
supposed to look like.
PS4 one, I mean, I'm definitely getting this game for the next consoles. At $10, it's a no-brainer. I'm totally doing
The
it.
PS4 one looks really good.
Can you do that $10 thing anywhere? Do you have to go? Is that like a GameStop only thing? I can't just show up with my, like, do I need a receipt or do I just show up with my version
You
of
need your
Ghost?
power-up
and-
card. Like I had to get one of these things right here. You get a power-up card. You
Okay,
show that.
so I had to
and you-
actually do that because I got the game early, right? So I just bought it off some guys. So clearly I don't have a receipt.
So you
I
might
guess
have to pay. You might have to pay the game for the game full price.
That's okay, man. I got that money from all those Modern Warfare 3 daily vids I was putting out.
Modern Warfare 3
Ain't nothing.
daily bits?
Ain't nothing.
Ain't nothing. I want to talk about your channel, man. So is it iBash TV? Is that I get?
Yeah,
Your
that is my
branding is
channel.
lefty like. You've got like Bash LOL,
Whoa.
iBash TV, and Bashir, of course. Your name.
That's my real name, but I mean, for the most part, I'm just Bash LOL. I made iBash TV. Like, I mean, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I made the channel not expecting to have
Playing
to.
Bad Company 2 with me back then.
Yeah, back in the days, but I wasn't planning on making like a YouTube channel when I made the channel originally. So I didn't really think about branding, and then by the time I thought about it, I already had like 13,000 subs, which at the time was massive. So I was like,
You
shit,
don't
I
wanna
can't.
lose that. My
Yeah, I
favorite
can't
story
redo
along
things.
those lines is Chris Smooth. What's Smooth's channel? It's Smooth, and then
It's like 5, 7, 8, 9, 4, 3, something crazy like that.
So I was like, Smooth, what's with that? You know, why is it all messed up? And he's like, I only created this YouTube account so I could watch booty shaking videos on YouTube. It's like, you had to be over 18.
I think that's why I did it too.
So he lied about his age and watched booty shaking videos on YouTube. And now he's a superstar.
That's hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's awesome. But, so you're making videos again? You got a passion for COD or a passion for cash, a passion for gaming? Talk.
Well, I mean, I got a passion for making videos. That's what I always liked, right? I always loved being in the community, making YouTube videos, connecting with people. It wasn't so much playing the game that I love. Like, I mean, after Black Ops 1, I really stopped liking the game altogether. And in Modern Warfare 3, it was just like unbearable. Like, I just couldn't play it anymore. I couldn't force myself. I felt like I was forcing myself to play the game, and I was like miserable. So I just kind of stopped making videos. Tried to come back for Black Ops 2, but I just wasn't feeling the game. So I don't know. Right now, I think I'm in a good place though. Like, I like the game and I'm having fun with it. We'll see what happens next week though. Who knows?
Maybe I'm the world's worst critic because I feel like Black Ops 2 was the best of the series. I feel like that will be the series high point. When people look back at them and judge them, people will say two things. One, they're nostalgic about the one they started on. For a lot of people, that's COD 4. For a lot of people, that's Modern Warfare 2. You know, they'll look back on it and say it was the most fun factor ever. But really, they weren't the best copies. They were just your initial experience, so that was fun. I think in terms of balanced guns, fun maps, even hit detection, like for me, my Black Ops 2 experience was the most perfect game out of all of them. But I don't think many will agree with me.
I feel like Black Ops 1 was the high point of the series.
Yeah, I agree with that. That was the best for me.
Black Ops 1 was the most fun I've had on Call of Duty.
Really?
Yeah,
I
me
felt
too,
like
by
it moved
far.
slowly compared to some of the other ones. Like, I prefer, like, people say, oh, the maps are so small, they're chaos, whatever. Dude, if you can live with a BS death or two a game, then Standoff, to me, is one of the, I mean, it's right there with Shipment. Every time Standoff comes up, I'm like, this is going to be a good time. Win, lose, draw, whatever. I'm going to love Standoff.
What was Standoff?
Which one? It had town. It was like a town setting. B-Dom was right in the middle, in a street between
Rundown.
a pickup truck. So I'm talking about Black Ops 2.
Black Ops 2.
Yeah, see,
Do
I
I
don't
have the
even
map
know
name
these
wrong?
maps.
It's
I've
Standoff,
never
I
even
think.
played these maps.
It's a shotgun map, in my opinion. There's a street that's kind of a zigzag pattern. C-Dom is by some hay
Oh
bales.
yeah, it is Standoff. Yeah, you talking about the China? Yeah,
Is there another
I know
name
what you-
for it? I don't know.
yeah. With the big brown building and the grandma's house and yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That map to me is about a perfect map. That's what I look for. So anyway, yeah, I really, really liked Black Ops 2. I hope I like Ghosts as much. I'm just off to a rough start with it.
But is it also not true that, at least for people in what we do, that we tend to identify best with the game that coincides with the height of our channels?
I don't think I'm
Because-
doing that.
But I mean, like Wings, when were you at your best, at your peak of peaks in
Modern
Call of
Warfare
Duty?
2.
Modern Warfare 2, yeah.
Modern Warfare 2? Oh, okay, then I was wrong. Okay, because Wings identifies Black Ops 1.
Black Ops 1 was the beginning of my downfall.
Okay, then I'm wrong.
But I'm just saying which one I liked, which one I felt I had the most fun at. The one I liked the best is World at War, which was before YouTube.
I have a hard time not saying I had the most fun in Call of Duty 4.
But I think
I know
that
it's-
you're falling victim to the like. Okay, wait. I believe you had the most fun in COD 4. Just like I believe the people who say COD 2 had the most fun factor had the most fun in COD. I mean to say Modern Warfare 2. But the reason you liked COD 4 so much was not great hit detection, balanced guns, or attractive maps, or great layouts or anything. It was because you and your friends would rape 12-year-olds night after night after night. They would squeal. You just it's a hobby, right? Raping 12-year-olds. Everyone's down a little bit. Don't knock it. It's fun. So yeah, but you and your buddies would do that every night in COD 4 and just crush children's
I've done that
hopes.
since then, though, and it's just not as fun.
You can't do the spawns flip and
Yeah, that's true. I did it in Modern Warfare 2, though. I did it in World at War.
But the COD 4 spawn trapping was so relentless. It was
really nice. It was really nice.
the map.
I do. That's what I miss the most. I think is the spawns. I miss like knowing where. All right, like there should only be like 8 spawn points on a fucking map.
Since COD 4, I have always had a sense of where they spawn, right? Like, all right, my team is here. They're probably using one of those 3 spawn points over there. Back in COD 4, I knew I could tell you the pixel they were going to spawn on, right?
Yeah.
Like, that stuff was on lockdown. Like, I'm going to stand here.
Yeah,
aim-
I could look to my left and snipe you. Then immediately start cooking the grenade that would be thrown down the corridor. Then you spawned after I had began cooking. I've been cooking this grenade since before you were even alive, and it's been waiting on you before you existed. That's how good COD 4 spawns are.
Yeah, if COD 4 came out today, the community would rip it up as a very, very flawed game.
You know, the way I feel about it is, I feel like it's not flawed. I feel like it's perfect. It's perfect because the good players beat the bad players every fucking time, and they don't just beat them. They humiliate them. If you're bad at this, it's just like being bad at street basketball. You get humiliated. People laugh at you. It's embarrassing. It's not fun.
COD
They
4
took
is
the game that
interesting.
you play in your backyard and made it not fun anymore.
There's been a transition from COD 4 to today, whereas in COD 4 they would take your skill gap and magnify it. If if my team is slightly better than your team, kill streaks are rolling in. Choppers are earning UAVs, which earn airstrikes, which earn choppers. Grab a death, chopper earns a UAV, earns an airstrike, earns a chopper. Like COD 4 is the game where I learned to play on, and once I transitioned from a below average player to an above average player, then the choppers rolled in. Everything just went so beautifully. In COD 4, they took any skill gap that might have existed and blew it up into a big deal. In these current games, they take any skill gap that may exist and they try to shrink it a little bit. They add some randomness, they add some not your fault deaths. So if you're twice as good as me, your KD is probably not twice as high. Whereas in COD 4, if you were 20% better than me, your KD was probably double mine.
Yeah, and it was you could quantify the skill level. I wish I could put numbers on it, and I don't know who would be like a 100, but I feel like Socrates is like a 95, and he's somewhere there, and I felt like I was like in the low 80s somewhere. I felt like I was like an 84 or something like that. But then there were tons of people that were right in between us, and there were also those people who seemed to be 15s, and that's what made life good, because you would just smash a 15 every single fucking time, and if he got you, it would just make you mad. And you'd be like, "Fuck it, M16 time," and then it wasn't even for fun anymore. It was to punish that kid who was a 15, and he knew he was a 15. You knew he was a 15, but he killed you, and now you had to make it right. That was how much your the skill gap was magnified. You're right.
Yeah, it was magnified. But we'll see. I hope I love COD this year. Like you guys, I think I'm at a stage where maybe you guys just exited in the last day or two.
Well, I will say this:
rough time.
They have no problem with like rolling the dice and ruining your day, or rolling the dice and making your game for no reason at all. For example, you could do one of those. What are the
field
the
orders?
The field objectives or whatever. You can do one of those. It gives you a care package, right?
Mm-hmm.
And from that care package, you can get that mortar strike. You can get that crazy mortar strike that could win a game.
I got a Loki in my care package. Teammate stole it.
Oh,
Yeah,
Loki
and some
sucks.
of those things are as simple as
Consider
getting
yourself
multiple
lucky.
kills, or stabbing an enemy, or getting a headshot.
Or teabagging him.
Wait.
Yeah.
So maybe I don't know what a Loki
Teabagging.
does.
Loki is the big kill
Loki's
streak. It's number
a chopper
15, but
gunner.
it sucks. Loki sucks. I put it on. I got it twice. I took it off. I'd rather have Riley, dog.
I had the time of my life in that shit. I was just killing a lot of people.
How you kill a lot of people with that thing? This thing is so garbage. It moves at the pace of old people fucking. I mean, literally, you lumber around a mech, it's like, ooh, and then it shoots, and it takes literally 3 seconds from the time you shoot to that thing to hit the map, and the guy's gone. He's like completely gone. He's somewhere else.
Isn't it supposed to be a laser beam? Like, speed of light's got to be faster than that, right? It's 186,000 miles per second.
It doesn't look like a laser beam. It looks like he shot a missile from outer space.
Oh, okay.
It comes down like a big ball of fire. And
Well, I want a fucking laser beam. That's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Get on that shit.
Can I?
The next game.
I got it.
November right now. The PlayStation 4 drops on the 15th,
That's right.
and the Xbox One drops on the 22nd.
Also right.
All right. I'm still unsure which one I want. Like
Have
I
you
said, I was
considered
going
both?
Xbox One.
That's
Just take that YouTube money and just throw
But
that.
I'm looking over my other monitor here, and I'm looking at like side-by-side footage and stuff like that, and like I don't know which one I want, and like I'm scared, as personally, that I won't be able to get Xbox One on day one.
Yeah, me too. Me
And
too.
like I've heard rumors that their production is behind schedule. I've heard there's going to be a run on it, and like the
So wait.
PS4 is going to be abundant.
the problem is financial, right?
No, I have the money. I sold my truck. I put $1,000 up in insurance for 6 months. I get like 890 of that back.
Okay.
So I have the money to buy it.
So you're just trying to be, but it's still money based. You're just being smart about it.
And, we've got all the money we raise. We're just going to spend that on electronics and stuff.
We're not going to spend none of that on electronics.
Don't forget about booze and hookers. There's other
Would
things
that
to
be?
spend your money on.
So here's a question. And this is a legit question. Okay, what is appropriate to spend that money on?
I would not deem buying Wings a PS4 or Xbox One
No,
inappropriate.
but see, like I asked Kyle,
What
like, can we
if-
get
But
some high top shoes?
What if he
And she's
lifts
like,
it
no.
up? What if he consistently uses it as like a weight?
There you go.
So
Does that work?
I have an idea.
okay,
What if you got the Xbox and some Kinect fitness games and made some videos about it? I bet people would feel
There you
like
go.
their
we're
money
doing
was
that.
well spent.
We're doing that already,
We're way
though.
ahead of you.
Okay then.
But we're using the old Kinect.
Well, then now you can buy
We've
them
got
both.
Kinect, and we've got
Well,
this
the
game
new
with
Kinect
rabbits.
is even better.
Oh, that's true. That is very true. The new Kinect would be better. I don't know. If that's would people go along with that with us buying? Because we did buy a Kinect with the money. I
We
thought
could
that
do
was
a
perfectly
we could do a
fine.
poll right now. If you're okay with that, raise your hand.
Yeah, and I especially
I can't back this plane. I can't. Like,
I don't even
feel
think
like
you need to
should be
justify
buying
it like
computer
that.
electronics for this money, but like,
Yo, Wings, when did you
I
become
don't
such
either,
a nice guy?
because we've already got to connect for
I've
the
always
Xbox
been a
360.
nice guy. I'm just not a nice guy when playing video games that are
This ain't the
competitive.
Wings I remember, man.
Tell it,
I
Bash.
remember the Wings yelling at me. You off my motherfucking friends list. You got one more time.
You better get your
That's
shit
scary.
straight, son, because there's a motherfucker that's out there that's better than you waiting his ass to get in there.
I was live streaming Call of Duty Ghosts. Wings brought a friend of his in. He kicked the guy. Why did you kick that guy? Why did you ask him to leave? The guy who couldn't, was it because his like
Oh,
he was
Stan? Stan's actually a real life friend of mine.
right, but you like he
We're
was
4-25. We're live streaming. I'm like, come on, Stan. We're losing games here. I mean, like, I've lost 11 games in total. 3 of those were with Lefty.
you say that like it's my fault.
It's not your fault. It was
Goddamn right.
Stan's fault. I fixed the problem.
I have a story. I have a story with
Go
Wings.
tell your story,
I
Bash.
remember playing with him one time. So I first met Wings when I was playing Battlefield, Bad Company 2. And that was a long time ago. But we have been friends for, at this point, probably like over a year now. It was a year and a half or something. We've been friends playing games, YouTube buddies. And we're playing, me, him, and like, I forget, a couple other YouTubers as well. We're all playing some domination.
This was PlayStation. This when Bash only had PlayStation.
No, but this was well after that. We were on the Xbox now. We have been friends for like a year and a half now.
Was I there and we bumped in the junkyard that night?
I don't think so. No,
Okay.
no.
Different
It
night.
was
Okay.
just me and maybe like one other guy, and yeah, we just had a bad run, and Wings was just like, "Fuck you guys," and he just deleted us all. he messaged me like a couple days later, he's like, "My bad, man. I just got a little upset." Shit.
No, I didn't. I never added you back.
Oh,
shit! You added me back.
Don't you love that Lefty? Where Bash let him out of it, and he's like, "No, I'm hardcore, motherfucker. I don't apologize. I'm still pissed at you, Bash.
Bash
I
gave him
still
that
won't be your
safety
friend."
valve. He was like, no, it was cool. You were like, you just came to me the other day.
Wings,
and the next day,
Wings,
I
he was like,
didn't
"Fuck
understand
no."
the story, so I figured he was going to get a Bad Company 2 story, because I don't remember if I did anything like Bad Company 2. But I remember deleting whole friends list. Like, I still do that today. If I
Yeah,
give
that
up on
shit
you-
was funny. And I was like, shit. I thought we were past that shit. I was like, his boy, man. I'm like, I'm a commentator now. I thought I fucking earned some stripes. Isn't
Shit, I deleted a guy yesterday
He
for
was like, "You
using
out."
a knife in search and rescue on games we won.
God.
Wings was so. I played with Wings for maybe an hour or two, two tops, maybe at least an hour though, and Wings runs his party like a general, and
Siren.
most of the time for the better of the party. You know, he immediately recognized when we were up against like a party of 4, and he was like, "All right, this is a full team we're playing. You got to focus. You got to play the objective. Who's gonna be here? Who's gonna be there?" And you know, we won a lot of games. We didn't lose any. What's your win streak right now, Wings?
My win streak was 74, but we lost one the other night, and I'm on a 38 right now.
Yeah. So that's how it goes all night, and it does get confrontational. But I think I have to say, if you want to go on a 70-game win streak, maybe you need an asshole in charge who's willing to kick out the people who can't pull their weight. As long as it's not me.
I rarely kick people out. I rarely kick people out. I didn't even kick Stan out, and Lefty was here. I asked Stan if he could please leave if he couldn't turn his game around.
That's kicking him out.
But then when they say no,
If they
That's
say
when the
no,
other
that's
wing
when I
comes
kicked him out.
Here's something. Wings is just uncouth, you know. He doesn't think about stuff like that sometimes, and it's not that he's being mean.
Microsoft replied to the whole selling Xbox thing.
Okay.
Oh.
So
Oh, yeah.
Bloomberg is the organization that reported on it, said that they were thinking about selling it, and Microsoft said this: "We appreciate Bloomberg's foray into fiction and look forward to future episodes."
That's good.
that's good. That's good. I like that.
So
I don't know. What are you getting, Woody?
both.
Okay. What about Kyle? What do you getting
Both.
anything? All right, Lefty.
I'm gonna get neither. I don't.
Really?
It's just a monetary thing right now, so I need more money. And
But when you have, I mean, ideally, which one do you want to get?
I don't know. I like that the PlayStation 4 has more graphical power,
Mhm.
and if nothing else mattered, I would go with that. But the DRM stuff scares
Oh
me.
yeah. I hope
With
you
the-
got a spoon.
Yeah.
Get a spoon.
The
Let me
DRM from the PlayStation.
The whatever it's called. What does the PlayStation 3 have? With the
Spoon.
it's got a special like program that
HDCP.
HDCP. That's what it was. Yeah, I almost said HDMI earlier in my head, and I was like, "That's dumb. Don't say that."
For people who don't know, HDCP is encryption on the signal that leaves the video and audio signal that leaves the PS4, and it makes it so that people who record games have a very difficult time doing it. Like pretty much, the PS4 is stupid. It encrypts everything, whereas the Xbox One is more clever, and it encrypts when you play like Blu-ray movies, but not when you play video games.
Oh, really? So how are commentators supposed to? I didn't think about this. Might have to think back my.
Smash,
The nicest way to do it, I think.
You want to say hello?
We were talking. Go ahead, Wings. What were you talking about?
Oh, no. Kitty wanted to say if that was Bash.
Oh yeah, tell Kitty I said hello.
He said hello.
Kitty's my homie, man.
Kitty's awesome.
She's cool.
I'm sorry. Please continue.
Oh, I guess you'd convert the HDMI to a DVI signal, right? Like from a computer monitor, and find some other way to pipe the audio in there. Maybe an optical, like the TOS outlet, the TOS-Link cable.
So as it stands right now, I'm not going to be able to record off my PS4 the same way
You got
I
to
can
plan
record
for
right
it.
now.
Yeah, you got to plan for it. You got to get some sort of HDCP stripper to record your stuff.
Damn, I'm probably just going to do an unboxing then, sell that bitch. Fuck it. Because I ain't got time for that.
I mean,
That's
they
another-
say they're going to patch it. I just don't know what the timeline on that is.
I'm concerned about that too, Bash. Like, that's another thing that's factoring in. I'm like, I don't know what to buy. Xbox One is
Yeah.
going to be ready out the gate, but the PS4 looks so much better in every game thing I've seen.
Yeah. We'll have to see, man.
And I wonder how far that lasts. I don't know. Here's the deal. Like it's important to remember what the first gen games look like on the current gen, if that makes any sense. Like look at COD 2, right?
Yeah, I think about that now.
COD 2 and Black Ops 2 ran on the same hardware, and those games look night and day difference. To me, Ghosts is a step backwards. But Black Ops 2, COD 2, they were on the same day. You take Grand Theft Auto 5, right? The hardware didn't get any better. They just got a little better at coding for it. The Xbox One is more complicated to code for. You can expect dramatic improvements in the Xbox One. I think the games that come out later this year, 1080p will be the standard. It's just that for launch day titles, they were having a hard time hitting 1080p resolutions on a lot of the Xbox titles. That won't be the case going forward. They'll get better at coding for it. The techniques will become more widely known, and everything will be set. I wonder, though, like, are the things that the Xbox does better than the PlayStation going to make up for the things that the PlayStation does better than the Xbox? Like, out of the gate, clearly, it's easier to get games to run well on the PS4. Once people start figuring out how to code to the ESRAM properly, once people figure out how to use the cloud advantage the Xbox One has properly, will they be able to close that gap? I don't know.
Are they able? Like the PlayStation 3 lost this generation because of the cell processor, because nobody figured out how to code for it properly.
I think it sold more.
I understand it might have
But
sold
it also
more,
had a
it-
Blu-ray player though. It was at a time it was one of the cheapest Blu-ray players.
It's funny. It's like that. You almost hate to say these things because someone on one side of the aisle or the other is going to hate you for it. I feel like the PS3 may have sold more, but there's more Xbox gamers out there.
Yeah, I think Xbox is the gamer's choice. Like when it comes down to it, like personally, when I see like PS3 seems more of like a variety machine, like something that anybody who's not really into gaming too much but might pick up a game once a month, the PS3 is a good option for them.
It has a better Netflix client. You don't have to pay for the annual like thing for it anymore. I don't know.
Yeah, you could surf the
Xbox Live.
web. Yeah, I mean, it's for casual gamers, really. Well, I mean, I'm not saying there's no hardcore gamers that play it, but I feel like a casual gamer would gravitate towards the PS3 over the Xbox because of those exact perks.
Right. And next gen, a whole new start, and we'll
I
see
think games are going to look better
on what.
on the PS4, like significantly. I think you're going to notice in textures.
To me, it's
From
almost
a
not the
practic-
games. Like they look close enough. Like Microsoft does this thing where they turn the contrast or sharpness up or something, and it actually looks pretty good. But I want to know which one plays better. Like COD, for example, right? Somehow the connection, the movement, the something. Like everybody who's done a lot of both, even people who are really pro PS3, recognize that it just played better on the Xbox. Whichever one is that one. You know, the situation might be reversed for the next gen, right? It might be like, look, you know, it just plays a little better on the PS4. That's the one that I think I want to be on.
I think my decision is I'm just gonna shell out the $1,000 and get them both.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably end up doing that too eventually.
I mean, I'm scared I'm gonna make the wrong decision.
See,
It's
but
a
wait,
hard decision to make.
see, we can get back because I
Too.
I'm gonna
It's
work
double
after the
XP
show.
weekend. I just
No,
want to
it's a
get
shame.
to max
Yeah.
level. So
It's double
Yep.
XP weekend right now.
Yeah.
It is.
I could use that. Leveling up's a pain in the butt. in this
Yes,
game.
it is. It's.
Good
exactly.
lord! You play like 3 hours. You're level 6.
Do you have any?
Like, God damn, that's a good game. Any other Call of
Just
Duty?
play a bunch of Cranked, man. You get a lot of XP.
I don't like Cranked. Like,
But
you
the
know-
thing I like about it is it eliminates all. It won't put you on any of the like ridiculously large maps because it knows that you only have 30 seconds to live. So I mean, all the maps are small to medium. So I've never seen like these fucking 5-story obnoxiously large maps that I
Oh,
saw
yeah.
the first day.
Well,
I kind of like Blitz.
they tend to be blue or gray. I mean, brown or gray.
Yeah, that's the first thing I noticed.
Blitzed is the one I've been putting the most time into lately. I played a
Yeah,
bunch of
it's-
Cranked too. But Cranked is like TDM, and while I'm getting better and better at this skill, I still don't really know where they're going to be in TDM. Like I think people who play more TDM than I do have a more refined sixth sense for where they're about to spawn. And don't go thinking I have no clue and I just run around stupid. Like I know. In Ghosts, I don't see the minimap without looking at it the same way I did in previous CODs. Like I think I'm still adjusting to the new minimap layout or color or something. And that combined with the fact that TDM is just tougher to memorize spawns is why I don't like Cranked. But Blitzed is kind of like Dom almost. Like I know that you're generally coming from that way and I'm generally coming from this way and we're going to go at it and I'm just going to
Let me ask you a question.
use cover. Yeah.
Can you explain what Cranked is? Because I haven't played either one of these games.
Cranked is totally TDM, right? So the
yeah.
scoring is all about, kills and deaths, except that after you get your first kill, you have 30 seconds to get the kill after that or your character explodes. Have you seen Crank the movie?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so it's based on that. It's based on the idea that you have to keep yourself excited all the time. So once you get a kill, a timer starts counting down, and you have 30 seconds to get another kill.
Or
And,
assist, yeah. You can
an assist gets you.
Yeah, you get an
less than-
extension.
gets you like 20 seconds or something.
Yeah, an
15,
assist
20
helps, but it's not as good as a kill. And it's a TDM where everyone has to sprint all the time because
Yeah.
those 30 seconds they burn. Like when I played at the media event before COD came out, I felt like it was never a problem. I was always finding someone with it 30 seconds. But now that I play, maybe it's 6v6, maybe I was playing 9v9 before, but now that I play like in real life, the game's out, there are plenty of times where I can't find the other person. Oh, you know what it is? Sometimes if you have a good team, then the other team quits out and you find, 2 players on the other team. And killing a guy's practically a death toll. You're not going to get another kill because there's only 2 of them. Good luck.
And you
Yeah.
get faster. Some of your actions get faster
Right.
as you get cranked. Is it ever
Yeah.
almost ever increasing? Like the first kill, you're like, you have an increase of some percentage to certain things that you do, reloading, aiming, and sprinting. And then
Yeah.
second kill, you get another percentage increase, or is it always the same?
I don't think. I think it always stays the same.
Okay.
But when you do get the first kill, yeah, you're aim down sight, reloading, and you sprint faster. And I think you get marathon too. And every kill that you get while you're cranked counts for 2 points, as well. So, games really they do end really quickly. That's why I like it. I'm done in like 3 minutes, and I just got as much XP as I would have got if I played an 11-minute domination.
So correct me if I'm wrong because I haven't played very much. Is Blitz the one where there are repeated ammo drops and there's weapons in them with like
No.
half?
No, I forget
What's
what
that one?
is.
I forget what that is, but that shit sucked.
Did it?
Yeah,
I
know.
liked it.
Oh.
So I apologize for not remembering the name of the fucking game type, but basically, two teams, and there are repeated ammo drops all around the map at different places, and the guns that you pull out of these things are shitty. They're just like weird, funky weapons with like 10 bullets in them and stuff. But you start out with a pistol, and you start out with a different pistol on every map. So each map has its own handgun, so it doesn't get as monotonous. And that handgun only has one magazine of ammunition, and so the supply drops are important. If your team owns them, then all of a sudden your team is fairly well armed, which is a big deal when everybody else has pistols. So if you get something like that weird revolver shotgun's one of the things that gives you like an ACOG on it, 5 bullets.
Blitzed is the one where when you run across the other map and enter like the circle, it teleports you back to your.
I hated that.
It's basically
Really?
just capture the flag without having to bring the flag back.
I like
I was
it a
playing.
lot.
I was playing.
Go on.
I was playing that with Joe, and we won every game for the most part, but it just seemed like it was really difficult to defend our home flag. Like I was back there doing my best, but if they came sprinting out of nowhere, if you're not super fast at killing them, then they're just going to jump right in that thing. And there's
Let me ask a question. You said it's like capture flag, so I'm assuming there's a flag there that you touch and you get a point.
There's not a flag. There's like a little area
It's
that's,
like a
that's
domination.
highlighted, and you just walk into it, and it'll teleport you to safety, and you just scored 1 point for your team.
Oh,
So like you can have,
okay.
yeah, so you can
Like,
have
what's to
somebody
stop
there
him
trying
from
to
like
defend
just
it.
standing there jumping in and out of it?
Well, they have 10 seconds. It's 10-second cooldown. Like for 10 seconds after you've captured a point, another guy can't just run into it.
Yeah, so it's hard to relay. But the teleport answered Wings' question, which was once you jump in it, they send you back to your own spawn.
I had an incident where I killed the guy, but he still scored the point.
I've been on the other side of that. I've died and scored the point.
That's annoying. That's bullshit.
I've gotten defender, and the person got the point.
Yeah.
That's when I said I'll never play this again.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
What's your KD bash?
1.0. This is
Like literally even?
Yeah, this is the hardest Call of Duty for me getting.
I think I am a 128, though I will say there was a rough night in which I was going like 4 and 20 for a long time trying to work out how the guns worked and how to make classes.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
I think
I'm
I'm starting to
similar
get
stuff.
my head around it now, but like you just
Mine's
die
in the
so
low
quickly.
ones right now. I'm still getting my arms, and it's just there are games where I feel like it's just stacked against me. Like the lag comp went the wrong way or something, and I'm just insta dying all the time.
I will say this though, I'm excited about playing after the show. I really am. It's the first 3 days, and I said that earlier, but I'll say it again. The first 3 days, I wasn't excited at all about the prospect of getting on tonight and playing Call of Duty. But right now, I'm like, yeah, I want to play right now. I want to unlock that, another sight for my Honey Badger.
Honey Badger's a beast gun.
Which guns do you like?
I like the Honey Badger. I like the LSAT. I like the USR. And a lot of people pick the L118 because it says it kills from a knee above. The USR though is a recoil compensator on it. So the more kills you get, the less recoil it has. So you eventually can get it to it has almost no recoil, even with the chrome barrel. It's a sniper though. Submachine gun wise, it looks like the Vector is the best submachine gun, either the Vector or the MTAR. I don't know which one I like. They're about even for me on both ends of it. And assault rifles, really can't go wrong with any of the assault rifles.
I'm all about the MSBS.
The MSBS is a great gun. It is a fantastic gun. I really like it with the tracker sight. And if you haven't realized yet, the tracker sight is better than the target finder. Here's why. Tracker sight sees through smoke. So you can throw smoke on B and use the tracker sight to see your enemies coming up to B.
Tracker sight is awesome on the Honey Badger. That's what I use now. It's a Honey Badger with a tracker sight and full metal jacket attachment, whatever it's called.
My favorite marksman rifle is the first one. I think it's the M28.
So you don't like the M14 EBR anymore?
I like the M14 EBR. I like the gun a lot. But but if you're comparing them to, the first one is better because it has no recoil. It has about the same shot pattern. You put a red dot or a tracker sight on it, you got a laser beam of death. It's like an FAL on steroids from Black Ops 2.
What about secondaries? Have you experimented any with that stuff?
P226.
Is that 3-round burst one?
No, it isn't. I haven't got a chance to use that one, but from the single shot pistols, it's the best. Has the highest magazine capacity,
Oh, I
low
don't know
rate
what
of
you're
fire
talking
cap on it.
Is it
and
like the
very
second
good iron
one?
sights? It's the third one, the P226.
about. Okay.
I haven't tried the 3 on burst, so I can't give you an opinion on it. It might be better.
I've tried it. I like it, but yeah, I guess I do like it. I tried. I got it suppressed on my sniper class.
Shotguns are worthless.
Yeah, they're
I
bad.
don't
I've
think you've
tried 'em.
I don't
That's
think you've
too
experimented
bad.
enough. I don't think you've experimented enough with the
Cranked,
shotguns.
I've seen people do some damage in cranked, and I could see that because everybody's running across the map.
I just feel like you die so fast. The guns kill ridiculously fast. Like the Link sniper rifle, you could put a suppressor on it, and it's still a one-shot kill from the knee up.
The MSBS, I'm getting 1 burst kills with it all the time. And
That gun is amazing.
yeah, and I just feel like that's what the shotgun's good for, you know? But since everything's good for it, what's the shotgun good for now?
Has
Shotgun's range is pitiful.
anyone tried the underbarreled shotgun or the grenade launcher?
No.
No,
Let's
I
do
want
that.
to put on
That's
danger
nuts.
close though and try with the grenade launcher. See what happens. I'll
Your
get people
best assault
upset.
kill streak is the Griffin. Don't let anybody lie to you. The Griffin will get you the most kills consistently. In the assault
is
kill
that?
streaks.
What is that?
It's like
the
a
Dragon
quad.
Fire thing.
It's like a quad rotor, but it shoots rockets. Those rockets are one-hit
The
kills.
best kill streak in the game is the fucking dog.
The dog might be the best overall consistent kill streak, but the Griffin will get you anywhere from 5 to 9 kills every time. Like the
You know
Scout
those. You know those
good.
situations where you run into a room and maybe there's 3 or 4 guys and they're kind of looking the wrong way, but one of them saw you and your target acquisition isn't right, and you know that if you just kept your cool, you could have gotten all 4.
Yeah.
The
perfect
dog
version
keeps
of
his
you.
cool. The dog keeps its cool, and
I
the
wish
dog
you
goes
could-
on killing sprees.
I was telling Kyle this. I wish you could like look at a guy and press LB, and the dog would go and silently take him out.
You should totally have that mode, like where he would go on a seek and destroy mission, just like in Battlefield when you target somebody with your recon class.
You know, and the dog just running like bite his throat up. That would be cool as shit if that kill streak did that.
I have found it to be a lot, and you know they even called that little challenge Martyr Dog. He's
Yeah,
just,
that's
and
so
that's what
funny.
happens. And I'll tell you what, the dogs are OP. I really feel like they are because if you add in any lag at all, then it takes 6 bullets to kill a dog. I
You're
have
off your
shot
mark.
lots of dogs 3 or 4 times, and I don't feel like that's an exaggeration. And then
It's definitely unfair. Whenever I die close range and I have my dog, I know he's getting the kill, so I don't even stress. I'm
yeah,
like,
exactly.
take
And I know that
dogs
he'll
to take
probably
care
kill somebody else before he can get back to me.
of it. Oh yeah, exactly. That's the word. That really does make me upset though. When I'm just trying to mind my business, walking down the map, and a stray dog just kills me.
Yeah,
It pisses me off, man.
It's like living in Detroit, huh?
they're hardcore, man. That dog is so. I'd like to see some stats on that dog's hitboxes and that dog's health
It pissed me off.
and or damage
I
multiplier.
hate when you kill somebody you don't realize he has a dog.
Yeah,
You
you
wait,
wait,
and
you're
you're
not
not
ready for it. He comes around. The dog just comes around the corner and just.
If
shits
I-
on you.
If I walk in a room and I see a dog and a guy, both of them looking the wrong way, I shoot the dog first. Not every single time.
Mhm.
You shoot the dog first every time, because if I shoot the dog first, I get my points, and the guy might turn on me. But if I shoot the guy first, the dog's gonna kill me every time.
He's
Like,
using the honey badger,
I-
he won't hear it.
I don't. Oh, he just knows. That dog just fucking knows. I shoot his master. He turns around and he's like.
I was talking about if you shoot the dog first, the master won't hear it.
Oh yeah, exactly. I always shoot the dog first. So I don't know how many times I've shot a guy and then been like, oh, this dog's dead, and shot it 4 times. Then it lunges 15 feet and takes me out.
My favorite is seeing a guy with a sniper rifle and he's got his dog trailing behind him. I always go for the dog. I don't know why.
Dogs are awful, man. They feel overpowered. I don't know if they are. Seems easy to get, and it's the most reliable kill streak that I've acquired.
I love Ghost.
The maniac thing's cool. I like running around stabbing people.
I do too.
I don't like dealing with it though.
Oh, I don't like dealing with it. I
Yeah.
got tangled up with some guys in like that apartment building on that map that's flooded, and went on
That
an
is the
awful
worst
tear.
map.
Maniac is cool on
That is
Blitz.
the worst map.
That's where I like it. It's like an objective streak, you know. If you're running it on Blitz, then you can capture. I call it capture a flag, but I guess it's enter the zone, because you have so much health. You just get in there. You can't stop
Yeah.
it.
The guys will be just hosing you down with assault rifles, and you just trudge right on through and stab them in the head.
How does that work? Do you heal back up, or does he just...
No,
No Juggernaut heals, which makes the recon worthless.
I I don't think it makes it worthless. You just have to be stealthy. You can't run like you're an actual juggernaut from the Modern Warfare 2 campaign where you're just unfucking stoppable. You've just got to be like a shotgun player.
I remember
Why is
like
the
in Modern
single-
Warfare 3.
Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, yours is probably more because I remember Modern Warfare 3, the recon jug. I would use the pistol as a secondary and just play with that, and like that was great because he healed up.
You didn't like the single player campaign, which kind of surprises me because Infinity Ward usually does that really well.
I feel like they slapped it together. It's not very long.
Mm-hmm.
Feels like it's tacked on. It's very short, well shorter than all the previous entries.
Have you played Extinction yet?
I have.
And I
And-
don't know if they did it to save
I
disk
played it
space.
for about 20
And
seconds. And
it uses that same money system that they've always used for their like Spec Ops shit, and it's that thing where you're like, oh, do you want to buy more ammo with these points you've earned? Do you want to buy a better pistol with these points you've earned? And I'm like, no, I want zombies. I want boxes with chalk on them, and I want a mystery box, and I want a puzzle and a backstory.
So it's just Spec Ops with aliens.
That's what it felt like. I maybe I didn't give it a bit of shot, but I don't like it solely on the mechanic that Infinity Ward uses with their their sidekick game mode. I don't like it.
Oh.
Treyarch owns it. They came up with something. I went to Treyarch Studios, and when you look at the you go down the hallway and you get to the zombie department, and this was well before the last game came out. Remember the bus that was in the zombie mode?
Oh. Yeah, from Black Ops 2?
It was way before anybody knew about the bus or that there was going to be a bus, and I looked, and on the wall is the fucking front of the bus. They had a bus in there. Like, the front of the bus was stuck on the wall, and, like, the whole wall is decorated like it's Halloween, and it's the middle of summer in L.A. And those guys are hardcore about that zombie thing. It's an entire separate team. I just feel like Infinity Ward slaps that shit together.
That was a terrible map. That Black Ops 2 Transit. I hated that thing. I hated it a lot. It was I don't know. It was too big. You get split up from your friends all the time. Like a big part of zombies for me for having fun is to have it should be big enough that my friends and I can all kite. Right? Give me a map where my friends and I can all kite, talk together. If you go down, I can pick you up. Vice versa. Like that's the zombie map I want. Transit was just. It's like it's designed to separate people. It's designed for the freaking bus to stop you from kiting. So what's a good spot now gets ruined when the damn bus arrives.
Uh-huh.
And
the lava was supposed to do that too, right? The whole
totally. The lava's to herd you around. I totally love the new zombie map though, the one with the robots.
I didn't play that one. I did play the
dude. It's worth going back. Like I'm totally gonna go back and play some zombies with like Taylor rather than play Ghost some nights. It's amazing.
Because I think the one before that, was it called Deadwood?
Yeah.
That was also good. I'm not
I
gonna
played
say
that a bit.
Better or worse, but I played that one dropped when I was at Lausanne's, and we played that a ton.
Okay, so with
he would go to YouTube and do all his research, and then at night, like excitedly, he'd be like, "All right, these are the things we got to get done. I figured out how to give this guy candy, so he holds the zombie like a baby. We need to do this. Got to do it."
Yeah, he came and played with me and Mercadurka and his girlfriend one night, and both of them were on the I was like, okay, so what do I do? And they're both like, they knew what to do, especially on that map you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But the map with the robots, I apologize for not knowing the name of it. You're in like a World War I battlefield with biplanes and a gunfight above you. The map is huge. It's gargantuan. There's all this mud that slows you down, but if you hop, you can speed along. Nothing really impedes your path. There's tons of new game mechanics, and there are 3 colossal robots who walk across the map randomly. And if you're in their path, which is a set path, you can see their footprints clearly. They'll crush you, and you can use those to squish zombies. And there's like 3 or 4 magical staffs that represent like the elements. So there's like wind, fire, ice, and lightning, and it's really, really fucking complicated to do things. You need a guide.
Which games are you looking forward to?
I'm honestly looking forward to seeing Ghosts on the next gen console, because I want to see what they can. I want to see if what we're getting on Xbox is like 60% of the game or 95% of the game.
Okay.
That's what I want to know. I'm hoping it's 60%. I'm hoping at 40. This thing gets 40% better everywhere. Like those
There'll be ground
logs
war.
that there'll be ground war. Yeah, and I think there's gonna be a lot of 99 modes, and like things like the game mechanics where you interact with the environment. I like that the gas station falls apart. I like that you can randomly put a sticky bomb on.
It's
There's
not
that one.
random, and that gas station just tips over.
Well, all right, but right.
Totally different map now. Totally
right-
changes the landscape.
Okay, but think about this. On the rooftop right next to it, you can plant C4 charges on that that billboard and blow holes out of it, so you've got, ports to look through. There's some stuff that's sort of useful, but for the most part, we're not getting what we want out of it. Maybe we're only 60% there. Maybe on the Xbox One we get 40% better, and
Didn't they
environment.
promise dedicated servers? Wasn't that a thing?
Yes, on every console.
Every console, they said every platform is getting dedicated servers. Where are they at?
They laid out 360, One, PS3, PS4. So not the Wii. Oh, and the
Damn
PC. And the PC. So those 5 platforms are supposed to have dedicated their servers. Maybe that'll help. I don't know.
When are they going live though? Like I thought it was.
Don't know.
Apparently, they said they were live 2 days ago.
That's bullshit. Because
I
I'm
think it's
getting
a
host
hybrid
migration.
system. It's a hybrid system, I think, though.
But you
I
don't
think
get
it-
to say everyone gets dedicated consoles when there's like a 1 in 30 chance of getting one.
Yeah, they did say that some of them are dedicated servers and some of them are listening servers. Are like just I don't know what the hell that means.
But it's just bullshit. It's like I'm not getting a dedicated console or dedicated server experience. When I bought it, you told me I was getting that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
Yeah,
it's
that's
coming.
true.
I don't know, but it's Rise is getting so much press. Is anyone looking forward to Rise?
What is that about?
It's the Roman warrior game.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah. So we were in a GameStop the other day, me, Wings, my girlfriend, and Jeremy, and we saw that. And when I was looking at it, I was showing my girlfriend, I was like, look at these fucking graphics. I was like, look at the back of the actual in-game footage. This looks great. I don't know what it's about exactly, but I'm down for this. Actually, honestly, I looked at all of the PS4, future release titles that GameStop had on the wall. There were
That
3 or
particular
4.
one is Xbox, but carry on.
Oh, yeah. I mean, next gen releases in general, I guess.
Okay.
And they all looked really impressive. There was that Rise, the looks like
What's
Roman
the-
gladiator.
so I didn't play. There's a killer. Is it Killer Instinct? Killer something?
Killer
Instinct.
Instinct. Yeah, it's a classic.
There's
Yeah.
some game that you're inside a mech suit.
You thinking of Titanfall?
Titanfall.
Yeah, that's
That one comes out in the spring. That one is it.
That I can't wait for.
On one hand, that is like the game. Everybody's psyched.
Why
about
is everybody so
Titanfall.
excited about that?
It has the
Because
best
that's like
trailer.
That's the return of Infinity Ward, is it not?
Yeah,
that's
right?
the real
They're the people that
Infinity
made
The
COD
real
Forward.
Infinity Ward, yeah.
And the gameplay looks amazing. They keep talking about balance. You can either be like a big slow mech that's powerful and strong, or you can be a zippy little guy. You can go around. You can destroy the environment. It looks like the best shooter that's ever come out in the last 10 years. Like it is. Titanfall could be awesome. As a YouTuber, the problem is it's an Xbox exclusive. So, I don't care how amazing your game is. If you only run on half the consoles, then that's
It's
an
half
issue.
of yours, yeah.
Yeah. So
The Division. Tom Clancy's The Division.
that I'm looking for. Why? Nothing I'm looking forward to is a release title.
Mm-hmm.
I want RPG.
Minecraft.
Minecraft.
I guess that's considered a role-playing game, but not the kind I'm thinking about.
I might have to
Fallout
get
4.
on. I might have to get on that Minecraft server.
Yeah.
Fallout 4.
Let me know.
Where's
Hook
it?
you up.
Where's it at, Woody? Where's it at? Where's it at? Minecraft?
Are
If
you
Bash
thinking
wants to
of-
go play Minecraft,
Woodycraft.net? Is
I
that
want
what you-
to. I want to give it a try. I don't want to. I've been bashing it, but
I did too until I played it. Oh god, I was on a panel at Minecon speaking about running a server, and someone asked hey, how did you get into Minecraft? And I was like, oh yeah, I was just like everybody else. Before I ever played it, I thought Minecraft sucks. And then the Onslaught got me started, and I played this and that. So they edited me to a 5-second clip, oh yeah, I thought Minecraft sucks, and just replayed it again and again. And again. Stop it, you haters! It's all about the context. But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, once you get into it, dude, there's so much to that game. It is really deep and way more than its cartoony graphics imply.
Yeah. I'm on Woodycraft right now. I might just download this. I bought it. I mean, I own the game, so.
Do you? Oh, yeah, see, just drop in the IP and you can go to it. That's what you do. Woodycraft.net. I'll help you get started.
Cool. All right, I'll figure it out. I'll let you know when I get on there.
Yeah, you can go to minigames to get started if you want. It's
Your guy named Woody SquarePants?
Yeah, Woody SquarePants. Why do you ask?
I'm just looking at. I've never been to your site before. I just started looking at it.
Oh, I don't know where you see me.
It's in your little slogan. I clicked this thing that says JRKSKA is moving on. I guess it's some kind of post, and then you have a little slogan that says Woodycraft owner Woody SquarePants.
Yeah, name Woody SquarePants.
Somebody took Woody's gamer tag, so I started brainstorming, and I don't know, just the SquarePants. It seemed kind of Minecrafty.
Why did you just ban them from your server and take your name back?
No, this is the name that would appear across all servers.
Oh, okay.
So, but I didn't want to. I can see the viewers like rising in hate. Like they're talking about Minecraft. If you do like it, I like my server. I'm quite proud of it. We made a bunch of improvements to it today, so that's cool.
Yeah. Wow. I'll check it out.
We ready to call the night?
Let's rip it up.
Okay. Painkiller ready. 154. I hope you guys liked it.
Good night.
Bye.